What is up, guys and girls? This is my 2005 Dodge Ram with just under 300,000 miles on it. And for the first time in over 2 years, no check engine light. I'm sorry I don't have any videos of the problem I was having, but it's a 4.7. Like I said, 2005. Quick background. With 300,000 miles, I bought it at 2. At about 240, my head's warped. So, my uncle swore he knew how to do heads, so he was going to help me. We'll get to how well that worked out. So after 2 years of random misfires, I finally figured it out. Only code I have is a p0300. Won't give me a cylinder. I've checked coils. Plugs were changed 60,000 miles ago. Fuel injectors have been changed. Fuel pump has been changed. I have good fuel pressure. And every morning when I start it out, it runs like crap for the first 3 or 4 minutes. Misses. If I take off quick, the first mile, it spits and sputters, and doesn't matter how much I put my foot into the floor, it won't go over about 30. And then I'll hear it backfire, and she'll take off and drive all day long with no problems. So, like I said, was going through everything I could. I had a valve cover leak on the other side. I got that taken care of. Last week I lost a front shock, and before I dropped more money into the suspension, I figured I'd try to diagnose this random misfire for the last time. Pulled the plugs. They look like crap. We got one here. No real damage, but worn to hell. I actually had 15 thousandths difference from plug to plug. Unfortunately, 60,000 miles of random misfiring took their toll. So, my other guess was intake gasket. I pulled a small boat and bought a piece of crap camper. And on the way home, it wouldn't go. Didn't have any balls. Boat's fine, but that camper, man, it must have a little extra weight. So, I'm thinking intake manifold gaskets. So I pull those off. They're covered in oil, obviously leaking. Great. So, one more thing while I'm there. The EGR valve, you can just see that brown tube there. That was the other question of mine. So I tore it all apart. Well, that's when I about killed my uncle. When he first did it, he broke both of the tubes going into the top of the intake manifolds, which you can see my great fix there. A little plastic 90, some tubing, and some hose clamps, because Dodge wanted like $200 for the whole kit. So then I get a leak from the oil pressure sensor, no gasket. Then the crankshaft sensor, no gasket. So I'm pretty pissed at this point until I finally come across the EGR valve. That's where the tube hooks up. Guess what? No gasket. That's where it meets the block. Guess what? No gasket. The tube that hooks up where it gets to the intake, guess what? No gasket. So even after starting fluid and all that, trying to find the evap leak, that's what it was. Laziness. Total of 5 gaskets and 2 tubes that he was just too damn lazy to do. So, that's what it was. She's running great. 300,000 miles and still chugging along. Like I said, I've been checking for damn near 2 years. Can't find any YouTube videos on it, so I know I didn't show you anything, but it at least gives you something to look towards. I was like $25 for the intake gaskets, $3-4 a piece for the spark plugs, and the new EGR, because it was completely seized from all the carbon, was about $50. Not a bad job, about $100. I wish I could have the other $400 I've put into it over the last 2 years trying to figure out the issue. Like I said, had to make the video, hoping it'll help somebody out. Good luck.